Hey everyone, this is Josh Galvin with Tizish.com. On this video tutorial, I'm going to show you, explain to you some of the core questions you need to understand for getting started with your system. Alright, so here are the questions I want to go over briefly on this video tutorial. Alright, so the first one is, how is your site layout and made and why? Okay, so here's what I mean by that. Alright, so you'll notice that the focus of the top of your site is on the home search buttons, and then right here are featured blog postings, meaning you can control what blog postings appear here. This is done intentionally to highlight two core things of why people would come to your site. Number one, they're researching important content like maybe short sales, or or maybe there's something going on in the area with real estate specifically that they may be Googling or something. You'd want to feature those kind of articles here as featured content. But really the most important reason why and most people will visit your website is going to be to search homes. So your site basically features the home search here and the city search here at the top as the main section. Alright, you have options to put your search form in this section if you like, using Tizish-Wordpress if you prefer. So check out that video tutorial. The video tutorial is in the training center. Alright, now of course you have your lead generation buttons here, and that's just laid out because the goal is people will see all of these when they first look at your website. They'll see all your main lead generation buttons and everything. So that's pretty straightforward. Let's just go over the next questions. What can you customize with your Tizish system in terms of design and layout? Well, here's what you can customize. Pretty much you can customize any links that appear in the navigation bar, and there's video tutorials in the training center showing you how you can customize your navigation bar. This is called your navigation bar. And then you could customize the text here, meaning the title and the tagline, or you could put a logo here if you want. This is all in the admin panel, and there's video tutorials showing you how to do that as well. And then you could pretty much customize all the postings that appear here, and then you can even customize the style of this. There's another version, if you like, in the training center. It teaches you, there's a video tutorial for it that you could find that shows you pretty much how to change the style of this if you want to have a different format. Or another alternative, you could put a video here if you prefer. Alright? Now the other things you can customize are every single lead generation button on your site, meaning this button here, this one, and all these three, and then any of the three on your home page, or not home page, on your inner pages. So see here that there's three across here, and then even those at the end of your blog postings. There's two lead generation buttons at the end of your blog posting. When you scroll down, at the end of your blog posting you see two buttons here. You could also change those out if you want. That's all in your admin panel. Alright, so the other things you can change is how these postings appear. You can have them appear as full postings or as teasers as they currently are. You could change to have this picture show up on the right side or above if you like, so you could customize that. And then you could pretty much customize everything in your sidebar, meaning let's say if you want to add more postings, these are called your widgets and your sidebar. You could pretty much customize all this, and this is now all the stuff that I'm talking about is in the training center. In the training center under step 1, understanding WordPress and all Tizish built-in features. Pretty much everything is found in this section. So any tutorial you want to do covering what I'm talking about, go to step 1 of the training center. Alright, so coming back to what you can customize, you could customize any widgets, meaning you could add anything, you could take away, you could change the order of any of these, and then now going to the very bottom, you could customize these widgets as well. Alright, and again, all this is in the admin panel, so or in the Tizish training center to see the video tutorials to show you how to customize these. Alright, so let's look at our next question now. Now, what is your navigation bar? I kind of covered that, but basically your navigation bar is the bar up here, and like I mentioned, the tutorial showing you how to customize and change this all is in the Tizish training center. Next question is, what are the pages we built into your system and how do they function? Alright, so here's the key thing. When your system's first built, you have some core pages built already. It's called your home search page, your city search page, and then your deal of the month, your home values, and then your how's the market section basically. Now, these are all built as core lead generation pages, meaning you should go into them and fill up content that has to do with the exact topics we built. So, and these were built specifically because these are the kind of things that people are coming to your website for. So there's a how's the market section, there's a home search section, home values for sellers, and then deal of the month. So use these pages that we built and fill them up with content that's specific to the topic relevant to your area. Alright, I actually show you, I explain this all, and I explain how this functions and how to best do it under step 2 of the training center where I cover setting up your online marketing infrastructure. You can view this whole lesson plan, and I go over everything you need to know for setting up your website and all the pages we built into your system, along with those that you added yourself or that we added for you, that you had provided us. Alright, so check that out on your own. And now the next question, how does your home page and how do the archives work? Here's what that means. What I mean by how does the home page work is simply this. Here's your home page. How does this decide what postings show up here? Well, basically, the way WordPress works is the latest postings that you do appear at the top. So right now, it's not February 18th, which means I'm doing this video in March, which means when I publish a blog posting today in March, it'll appear above this one. So this video or this blog posting will go down, and the new one will appear here. So basically, it shows from chronological order from the most recent at top to the latest to the least recent, whatever you want to call it, down the list. All right, that's the same way your categories work, and that's what archives mean. Archives mean your category. So if I click on the buyer category here, your buyer category functions in the exact same way, with the most recent appearing at the top and then the later postings appearing below it. All right, now here's something you want to understand. In the section 1 of the Tizish Training Center, here there's under advanced or under how to organize content, I have video tutorials that show you how to organize your blog posts in any order you prefer. What I mean by that is, let's say you want this article to always be at the top of one of your categories or at the top of your home page. I show you on a video tutorial how to do that. Your system allows you to do that. All right. So let's just go back to the next question. Now, how does your sidebar and footer work? Basically, these work with what are called widgets. So all these little tools, see where there's an underline and a title? These are all called widgets. And in your admin panel, you have a huge variety of different widgets you can use for your site. That can be, the details for that can be found in section 1 of the training center under how your sidebar and widgets work if you want to get acquainted with it. I obviously recommend you do get acquainted with it because your sidebar and widgets are one of the biggest parts of customizing your site. Alright? So they're basically drag and drop little tools that you could just choose which one you want, drag it into place, and put it into. You don't need to know code to make these work. Alright, so now the next one is how should you use the pages and categories pre-built with your system. I'm actually not going to go into this one on this video tutorial. I just want to emphasize that I teach you and explain all of that, like I said earlier, in section 2 under 2A, setting up your website content marketing, or what your website content marketing setup. Under this lesson plan, I go over all the details for that. Alright, so pretty much that's everything that you need to understand for using your Tizish system, or at least getting a good idea of how your Tizish system functions and what you can do with your Tizish system in terms of modifying it and customizing it. What you need to do is get acquainted with the rest of the client get started, new client get started guide, and then pretty much dive right into the training center and start following these items. If you follow our training center step by step, what's going to happen is you're going to have a step-by-step marketing plan, meaning that's going to get you to the top pages of Google when you follow what we talk about step by step. If you detract from our marketing plan and from our step-by-step training, then I can't tell you how successful you will be. So keep that in mind. Follow our proven program, and we break it down step by step. We go over everything. You know, first from understanding WordPress to setting up your online marketing infrastructure, from your website content to SEO to social media and more. So check all that out. This is the system that gets our clients on the first pages of Google, like you see here when you type in examples like Beverly Hills real estate, for instance. Here's Christoph Chu. Same exact steps that he's doing, you're pretty much going to have. Or if you want to type in things like Hayward Homes, for instance. I'm just recalling these off the top of my head. You'll see here, here's another one of our clients following the exact same steps. Or another one, just to keep going with the list. We type in Danville Homes, we see another one here. Same exact step-by-step training. And then if you want to see another one, I could do this for 30 minutes if we like. But basically, I think you'll get the idea. Here's another one, Calabasas Homes. Let's scroll down. And here's another one, Improto.com. Same exact concept, using our system, following our strategies. Alright, so basically keep that in mind, that you're walking into a proven system. So be sure to follow what we teach in the exact order we teach. All right, so finish with the new client get started guide, and then dive right into the training center and get on the weekly Friday consulting webinars. All right, so pretty much that's everything. If you have any questions, go to facebook.com/Tizish, the way you see Tizish spelled here, and ask me there. That's the best place to connect with me. Take care.